Hello and welcome to one of the other major topic for today in the panel discussion, which is layoff. This year has been seen as a large layoff thing which has happened across the industries, both IT and non-IT. So the reason being cost cutting, performance based issues, financial difficulties, and many other things. Today we have three different guests from various dimensions who will be talking about all the problem statements which is under this layoff, and we will be talking about solutions towards each step when we are anticipating a layoff. So if you are a job seeker who is looking for a job change or anticipating layoff in your industry, this video will help you in getting into more into action steps and solutions towards this. So I'm happy to welcome Mr. Hemant Laheja, founder and CEO, BFSI Career Academy, who is a corporate BFSI facilitator and coach, and Jasmine Kaur, leadership coach for healthy working culture, Technopack Consultants, Chandigarh, and Rupali Bidwai, director UB Holidays, who is representing Heartfulness Institute today. So I welcome you all to this panel discussion. And I'll start with Mr. Hemant Laheja, who is into BFSI sector. So Hemant, especially when we are into layoff, we mostly talk about IT layoffs in last decade also, and last a few years before also we spoke most of on IT layoffs. But this IT layoff is coming with a new dimension, like a lot of even startups, tech companies, all that those kind of companies also laying off. So being from BFSI industry, generally, what do you see in your sector as a hiring, firing aspects, and how do you see this?
Thank you for this panel discussion. Definitely, when we are talking about the IT as well as non-IT sectors of working professional, and in every sector, there is a must be some competency employability skill. And definitely, when I'm talking about the BFSI sector, and there is a certain employability skill to be needed to be hire right kind of people, and otherwise management is going to fire suddenly. So we need to develop some skill set for working for themselves and for the organizations. This is the main.
Usually, you might be agreeing to the fact that all the sales related organization, especially banking, financial, insurance, they more focus towards sales all the time. And if it sales is not happening, they will fire. That's the scenario we have seen in the past. So
Yes, not only for the sales, there's only the behavioral aspects of the employee, so that we can retain our client, we can develop a relationship with the organization, so that the productivity should be higher. And definitely sales is the one most important part because of the revenue generation. And without sales and with the sales, definitely other aspects of the working style is required, mainly product knowledge, technical knowledge, behavior knowledge, SOP for the particular banking finance sector domain, so that you can increase your career growth as well as you can build your team with your leadership style.
okay, since you started your career in BFSI sector and you worked in different banks, what were the any experience you have seen with your friends and relatives on how they have tackled this firing and what kind of a methodologies they have adopted during that job search process or layoff?
Very good question asked. This is a very important question, and the same experience will happen with me in the 2006, because definitely without the lack of knowledge, I am got to be sacked because of the technical knowledge. And the one point is that you remembered me that is the civil, how to read the civil. This is the main technical skill you need to acquire in banking and finance sector. Otherwise, you are going to fund the wrong person, and definitely your company or your management are going to be into loss. So one of the incidents happened with me in my job when I was into corporate sector. Definitely that
So
technical skill and that knowledge about the all the SOPs must be required.
So you identified there is a skill gap, and then what did you made? You developed some certification, you underwent some upskilling, and then got a new job, or how did that happen?
Yeah, definitely. I need to take an help from my seniors, from my management, and definitely I gone through some studies, some kind of certification, so that I can improve my skills as well as the knowledge part of the particular industry, so that I can uh, productive more and more for the organizations.
Okay, okay.
And the resultant
Jasmine,
and the
Hello.
resultant is that for that skill and for that certification, and I am going to be promoted as a branch credit manager, as a branch manager for that skill.
great, great, great. Thank you. So I'll circle back to you in my next questions. Jasmine, I wanted to ask you, like you are from the IT industry and gaming industry in the past. So what were the various challenges faced in an IT industry? Because many new students who are anticipating some new jobs in IT sector, they want to know what is the reality of IT industry, and this particular layoff is something very shocking and surprise news for them. So in reality, in IT industry, what is the working culture and how this hiring firing happens? Those kind of things you can give an opinion.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Jess, for this opportunity. There are the three key factors actually. Firstly, we are seeing due to the COVID, the trends has been changed. Number one thing is, like, if we talk about, it's a moonlighting. It's a very common terminology these days. We are saying people are doing one job in a morning basis, another job in an evening. That is the first and major cause. This kind of layoffs happen because they came to know definitely this is hampering and this is against the rules. We should not do this. Second reason is, uh, during the COVID period, we have seen people has hired a lot of uh, newcomers and others to support the IT operations. But once now the things has been normalized, in even the investors are putting a pressure on the companies to lay off, to settle down, to lessen the expenses because the market is streamlined now. This is a second reason. The third reason was like the skills and learning. So what happened when we are not upgrading ourselves? Technology is changing in every 3 to 6 month time period. So we have to upgrade ourselves. So even I was discussing with my friends who are senior DBAs or system admins. They were saying like, Jasmine, these days we are not getting people who are adaptive to the learning. They're not ready to learn new technology. That's the reason. Because when we started our career, if we take in one example, we started with the Oracle 99 version, but now it's a 19C, 21C. So it's already automated. If people don't learn and adapt into the new era, how they can be survived? So that's the major reason they are facing the layoffs. So we need to understand, if we want to be into IT or in tech field, we have to adapt and keep on learning to sustain ourselves. So these are the three, I guess, key highlights, which is the reason of major layoffs in the company.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand, but that is a very fundamental issue which has been there in IT company by default. Like anybody who
Yeah.
is not upskilling or upgrading themselves may not be no running in their project. So that's the by default aspect of any IT industry. But here in this
Definitely.
case, it is a mass layoff which we are seeing across world and across multiple industries. You talk about Twitter, starting from Twitter, Meta, Amazon, Byju's, Zomato, Cisco, Microsoft, you name it. Okay. So
Yes.
these people they already know whom to recruit and who are the which are the best skills to recruit because they already know about the project and project demand skills. Okay. So the
Exactly.
fundamental issue has been already addressed. But mass layoffs, is it because they don't have any projects or redefining a new business model which doesn't need these existing people?
Exactly. I was reading the Forbes research. It was very clearly mentioned they are having a huge pressure from investors because when during the COVID everything went online, they was expecting the business coming, getting huge and huge. But now the things has been streamlined. So if there is a 30% in one project, they just need only 20% now. So that's the one reason they are firing people now because they don't need it. They have enough expenses. That's one of the fundamentals, because COVID has taken the things into another direction. Now they are coming back to the offices, they are going back, and if they are not able to like fulfill their demands, then how could they take that persons in? So that's the one major fundamental reason for the layoff.
Okay, great. And in the upcoming years, what all the technologies do you see will be a must skills comparing to the yesteryear skills? Like, see, Java is being an evergreen programming language, but in the upcoming years, maybe the basics might be in Java, but the technology, the other allied skills might be like a different skill. So, what do you, which kind of skills you think it is all diminishing? And which are all the skills you think it is all must skills to have for an IT profile?
See, it's again, IT is a vast industry, so we cannot predict. The things are changing in a very fast manner. So first thing is like AI, artificial intelligence. Second is machine learning. These are the two upcoming demand skills. And if we go into another part, there's a data science, data analyst jobs is definitely going to increase. Third thing is for the managers or leader, that is a people management skills, because these days people are still using the old theorems for managing the people. Like they are using the industrial era talk. They are doing okay. They're instructing like a bosses, but these days things has been changed a lot. Now we have to adapt a new things, which is like a people management. How we have to give them a transformational leadership skills. They have to learn the servant leadership styles. So even into the management things has been changing. If the person belongs to IT, they have to keep an keen eye on how the market trend is going on. Otherwise, it's very hard for them to like sustain into this IT field. This is one thing I can believe.
Yeah. Even I think a lot of industries are adopting new business automation things where a lot of past IT skills may not be even required. Maybe the shocking news I have heard from my friends is maybe software testing is one of the domain where it is getting diminished. Number one. And number two, the networking, all that has been migrating to cloud computing and all that, where the storage aspect and networking infrastructure aspects has been diminishing. So that's kind of a shocking news, which is coming from various IT professionals and friends, which I'm hearing. So maybe, as you rightly said, we have to migrate and upgrade, and every year we have to have an investment only for our upskilling. That's what I feel during this conversation. Yeah, I'll come back to you at the later stage on various perspective. I'll move on to Rupali Bidwai, who is the director UB Holidays and representing Heartfulness Institute. So what has been your background in terms of jobs and business and other things, and what is your opinion about layoff and what do you see?
Okay, thank you, GS, again. As Jasmine said, I just want to highlight one very important thing which I've seen in this typical COVID era, we can say that. But this is the part and parcel of industry or market. You have to accept. Means whether before COVID also there were situation, demonetization came. Maybe in future also anything can come. So that is not in our hand. It's in unpredictable. So for that matter, you have to balance yourself. That is one thing. Apart from that, I would like to highlight one important thing is that in demonetization and COVID situation, infrastructure cost is reduced. Okay, and people like they are working from home and they are getting like, okay boss, I'm saving my money, so they are reducing the staff. Okay, so those who are giving quality of work, people are not looking for quantity of employers. So if you can see the market after the demonetization, everything is in any industry you take it, means like IT also, market, finance, travel, any you name it, you will come to know the situation of the market. So now the funda is, as Jasmine said, in this area I have seen the employers are they are not focused. They don't know what exactly they are looking for. They want a quick results. They want quick salaries, though they don't have any practical knowledge, experience, or you can say working hard towards the company, putting their efforts 100% to the companies. Means what exactly where they are going, they don't know the parallel boundaries towards their career or any what you can say industry, professional industry. They only know how to earn the money. They are not for the knowledge. They are only for the money. So because of that, focusing towards the career or focusing towards the background of the industry, I'm sure that this time they have to focus on the proper what you can say management towards their life, professional as well as personal. Means if they are not satisfied themselves, how they can achieve the goal? That is the fundamental. Jasmine, you've seen that you said that people are like jumping towards. Means I know that morning if they are working in one company, evening you don't know where they are exactly. So this, yeah, this is the because only the thing is they don't know where they have to go. Okay, means morning if they are working in Java, so one of friend is saying that no boss, you will get more salary in Oracle. You switch to that, so they are confused, and that confusion only comes because of the stress and quick results. And for quick results, you have to balance and know what exactly you're looking for. So these are my points. And apart from that, I have learned because I'm in industry. I have seen all the background and negativity of the industries since 20 years. I have seen flight, they stopped working. Airline companies, they stopped giving incentives. All the airlines, Sahara people, they don't know now. New generation, they don't know which was the Air Sahara where I worked. Indian Airlines, they shut down. Kingfisher, they shut down. Jet Air, they shut down. And I've seen all the negative criteria of the industry. Still, I'm in this industry because I love my industry. I'm passionate about what I work. And where that comes after knowing what exactly I wanted. Because I was also frustrated. I was also looking for the new opportunities. I was looking for my money because I'm also a family member. I have my family. I have to look after that. So earning money is the second criteria. But self-satisfaction, it comes after knowing exactly what you're looking for. So layoffs, people are taking in very negative manner. Means I've seen switching from here to there. They are thinking they are doing the best, but no, you have to reliable yourself first because you know what exactly you want. And this is not only with the employers, but companies also. I've seen if they are getting very freshers in very lower cost, they're hiring them. But they don't know, those who are experienced and they are very genuine, they don't trust. That is also there. Because I don't know, insecurity comes in between. The thought process is totally changed. I've seen in this 10 years, those era was different. I don't want to compare because we have to move on. We should not go back and because that time is gone. But acceptance with the market, acceptance with the time zone, acceptance of the failures, and looking for the new change. These are the main aspects of layoff. Because relocation can be happen, cost cutting can be happen, new targets can be happen, new technical terms that can also come. Because when I was working, I was handling manual ticketing. Now everything is online because of IT. So partially we are working in IT. So many of our senior friends, those who are crossed 50, they are not happy with the industry because there was a close connection with the employers, customers. Customers were God to us, and we were loving them personally. And those were our family members. Now it's like everything is totally changed. Because of layoff, I think new generation has to learn, including companies, because in companies also many senior people, CEOs, AVPs, VPs, managers, they all are new generations. So I want to highlight this problem that instead of letting off, please see the solutions. You have the
Alternative
solutions.
solutions.
Yeah, alternative solution. You should highlight that. You should understand the solutions. You can do that, and you have to look for the future too. Within a second morning, you are asking your staff to look for the another options. Afternoon, that employee is getting heart attack. That employee is getting totally stressed out, and the whole environment is getting changed. But you are not understanding what exactly the employees are facing through. So that personal attention should come, but that we should not expect that in professional career. But you can focus, means it's a give and take. It's a give and take. You're working in the industry and you are offering to the staff, and staff is offering to the company. It's a give and take. If you're working, you're getting a salary, but company also should understand those employees are working, because of them you're running on high stage.
Yeah,
So
point
this is
taken.
the case of like
Point taken, but from the candidate perspective, what I agree to the fact is lack of career goal, because it's just a job for them and not for a career. That's what the perspective people think about. And as you rightly said, lack of acceptance on various elements. That's what I see in the entire thing.
Yes.
So
Yes.
point taken.
Yes.